Which favorite will you choose?
Ripley lineup, Price and Casco, the WVU commitment. Casco having a great tournament so far. 3 out of 4 with a couple of walks and 6 runs scored, including an extra base hit. He's at the top of the order here. You've got Peyton Keller, Parker Keller. Parker Keller getting the start on the mound today. McVeigh in left field. Landon Meadows has had a good tournament. Dawson third. Cash Clendenin, John Cummings, and Eli Phelan in center field. And they'll be up against Gavin Comer, the starter for St. Albans.
Yeah, Comer 5-1 on the year, 1.38 ERA. 3 saves on the year for Comer, but started here in this championship game and 41 strikeouts on 25 innings pitched in the season for Comer. So power pitcher, good stuff, and takes the hill here. AAA State Championship for St. Albans.
St. Albans with excellent pitching in this tournament so far. They've allowed just 2 runs through a couple of games, a 1-0 victory over John Marshall in the quarterfinal round. And this expanded state tournament this year, 8 teams per class. St. Albans got past Shady Spring 3-2 in the semifinals. Great crowd on hand. Ripley and St. Albans, and they are programs that have had success at the state tournament through the years in Charleston, and now they've brought their fans along with them to brand new Jack Cook Field here on the Marshall University campus in Huntington. And the weather's been perfect today. Best weather day of the tournament, which actually started last Saturday. Here's Casto standing in. First pitch to the contest. Outside for a ball. We're underway. A couple minutes early. Casto again 3 for 4 in the tournament. Couple walks, 6 runs, a triple and a stolen base. And there's a strike to the plate. The count 1 ball and 1 strikes. Mark Mail behind the plate. Randy Rader at first. Richard Alderman at second. Mitch Mail at third. Here's the bouncer to the shortstop in the hole. Sands bounces it to first. And Cocker had to come off the bag. That is an infield single for Bryce and Casto. Again, his 4th hit of the tournament. Ripley has that leadoff hitter on base.
Yeah, really tough play to make for Sams. It's better if Campbell can come over and get that, but with Campbell playing in on the brim of the infield, not able to range to his glove side to get that. And tough throw even to make for Sams. He did a right job of getting rid of it quickly, just not in time to get Casto.
Peyton Keller comes in with 3 hits in the tournament as well. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Casto 6 of 9 on the year in stolen bases. And there's a throw that gets away. A pickoff attempt. Casto takes a glance over his right shoulder, but he will hold up at second base. So an infield hit and an error. And Ripley has a runner in scoring position. The count is 0-1 to Peyton Keller at the plate. Errant pickoff toss. Ripley in business. The 1 strike pitch. That one misses. Off-speed delivery. Shortstop Sam's behind the runner. Second base away from the back, and there's a swing and a miss.
89 on that fastball from Comer.
Early opportunity for Ripley. Outfield is very deep. Particular cart and left this pitch. Catcher Regan tried to frame it up to no avail. Counts 2-2.
So far, every pitch from Comer has been on the outer half, and Regan has been setting up essentially in the other batter's box. That's why Casso poked that ball the opposite way. All 3 of the pitches so far to Keller have been outside as well. Or, sorry, 4 pitches to Keller have been outside as well. So, really working away here, but you know, if Comer can run up his fastball at 89, you'd like to see that get in on the hands of some of these hitters, challenge the inside part of the plate.
See if he comes inside with 2 strikes. Sam's the short, holding the runner. Comer brings the next, and it's outside again.
And just trying to live on that outer half. Essentially force Ripley to try to hit everything the other way, but what you're doing is you're taking away the one half of the plate, so they really only have to guard that outer half. If they can't reach it on the outer half, they just let it go.
There's a swing and a miss. That one looked out of his zone as well.
It was. But that's one of the things is whenever it's one of the positives of keeping outside is you get the hitters accustomed to looking that way, and all of a sudden that pitch that's 2 balls off the plate looks like it's going to hit that corner. So there's positives, there's negatives.
Up here, trying to drive in the first run of the game, and again working outside. That one's low.
You see a lot of high school hitters nowadays. You see it a lot in college too, mainly in high school. Hug the plate because it takes away the inside half for the pitcher to use and essentially turns everything into a middle pitch.
Swing a deep drive in the left center field gap. This one's going to get down. It's cut off by the center fielder Smith before it gets to the warning track, but Casto, with his great speed, scores without a problem. It's an RBI double off the bat of Parker Keller, and Ripley has a 1-0 lead.
Took a mistake pitch. That pitch got left up and in. And Keller does exactly what he's supposed to do with that. Puts it in a gap. And now trading places with Casto. First pitch really left over the heart of the plate. And Keller drops it in the left center field.
Parker Keller gets his 27th RBI of the year. And that puts him in the club lead. He was tied with Kyler Doss. Here's McVeigh at the plate. Chance to drive at another run, and Comer working away again. One run in, couple of base hits. Ripley jumping on the St. Albans starter, Gavin Comer. Riggin. Shea Osborne, the St. Albans pitching coach, Clay County High School graduate. Been on the staff of head coach Rick Whitman for quite some time. And we've got a early timeout. This is the second conference on the mound. First time it was players only.
And that's what it looked like. It looked like Riggin wanted to make a visit, but Mark Mail stopped him from running out. Had to have a coach accompany him.
Runner at second, run in. And it is a 1-run lead for Ripley already. This pitch is outside. Ripley fans reacting on every pitch. We hope you joined us earlier today for MetroNews TV coverage of the single and AA state championship games. This one is right over the plate, strike one. Sherman defeated Gilmer County 4-1, first state baseball championship ever for Sherman. And Frankfort defeated Logan today, 5-2. Lansden Orndorff, his second complete game victory of this tournament. There's a chopper to second. Burt grabs it. His only play is at first. They get the out there. Keller winds up at third base, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Actually, we got a runner out there for Keller. Brenton Scholl running the bases for Keller. Keller, the pitcher, back in the dugout, cooling off here. It's been a great weather week. Some warm afternoons. The sun setting for this AAA game tonight. And there's a pitch outside. We've got the Quad A game coming up, Morgantown against George Washington. And the GW team has arrived. They're utilizing the Marshall University indoor hitting facility to get warmed up. There's a shot foul into the screen over the Ripley dugout. George Washington players watching, some of them were watching a portion of this game. GW played both of these teams. And GW beat Ripley 7-1. George Washington lost to the St. Albans team. St. Albans beat GW 3-1, a tight one there. And many of the teams in this region in southern West Virginia have played regular season games on this field, as they have a big event here at Marshall University during the regular season. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Landon Meadows at the plate has a rip, was right on that one, fouled it back to the screen.
Yeah, St. Albans had just moved center fielder Braden Smith over into the right center field gap, and that curveball hung up in the middle part of the plate. It looked like it was going to be deposited out in the left center where there's a lot of space.
This pitch swung on and missed, so Comer calms things down. He gets out of the inning. Couple of strikeouts, but he allows a one run on 2 hits. No errors and a runner left after 1/2 inning. Ripley won, and St. Albans coming to bat.
Go-Mart's Snackadelic Summer is here, and it's groovy, baby. Head to Go-Mart and grab one of 7 specially marked items to score bonus reward points and 30 cents off every gallon of gas. Plus, Go-Mart and Monster Energy are giving away a $1,000 gift card every single week in June and July. Enter on the Go-Mart app for your chance to win free gas all summer long. New to Go-Mart Rewards? Register by July 31st to get a bonus entry. Learn more at GoMart.com, because this summer, the snacks are groovy and the savings are real.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
St. Albans lineup, Braxton Burke leading off, playing second. We saw Comer pitching in the top half of the first inning. Brogan Sams, his stats are ridiculous. .468 batting average. He's driven in 39, couple of home runs, also 26 stolen bases. Big numbers for Chance Campbell as well. 3 home runs. He's driven in 31. You've got Riggin, Cart, Bledsoe, Grigsby, and Braden Smith in the 9 spot. And they are up against Parker Kelly, who's been staked to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Parker Keller is the one that drove in the lone RBI so far today, and he comes in with a 7-3 record, 60 innings pitched. He's got 48 hits across those 60 innings, just 34 earned runs and 46 strikeouts. So stays in the zone a lot, but really does not get hit hard. He's only given up 2 extra base hits all year. So stays in the zone, lets his defense work behind him, and doesn't give up the long ball.
Parker Keller will work to the leadoff here. Leadoff hitter Braxton Burke. Burke at .411 on the year. Table setter gets on base. Averaged well over 1 run scored per game. Strike 1 to him. So Keller comes out finding the zone. Keller standing motionless there as he favors the first base side of that rubber. The hitter stepped out. He's back in there. He didn't move. Here's a shot past the diving third baseman Doss into left field. So just like in the Ripley top half of the first, Casto got a leadoff base hit. Now a solid single for Braxton Burke.
Both to the same area of the field, too. Hit that 6-hole.
Comer stands in. Leadoff hitter is reached. Doss at third, playing in on the green infield turf. Burke's got 21 steals, and he's got a big lead. Not going. The pitch is in there for a strike. Home plate umpire Mark Mayle, the veteran umpire. Another throw to first. Diving back in is Burke. Ripley got a base hit leading off Casto. There was an errant pickoff attempt by Comer that allowed him to move up, and then Parker Keller, who's on the mound, drove in the run with a double. A long double into left center field. Here's the pitch, and this one shot up the middle off the pitcher's mound. Past second into center. Back-to-back singles for St. Albans.
Just like Keller did in the top of the first. Comer helping himself out here. Back-to-back singles. Gets runners on base for Sams.
Sam's couple of home runs, 39 RBI, multi-sport athlete, great basketball player at St. Albans. Playing baseball here as a junior. Pitch to him, strike on the inside part of the plate. You've got Ripley's middle infielders back. They're hoping for a double play ball.
Almost got one there.
Meadows at first, playing in front of the runner. Doss behind the bag at third. There's a pitch that hung a little bit, did not break. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. St. Albans looking for the equalizer here in the bottom half of the first. And timeout called. Sam's granted timeout by the home plate umpire, Mark Mayle.
I'd like to see Meadows playing the hip pocket of the runner at first. A little too close. That's a big line to give up.
There's a bouncer to short. Casto throws it into right field. Second baseman Cummings didn't have time to get there. 1 run scores. They're going to hold up Comer at third base. First and third, a run in, nobody out. So Sam's put it in play, potential double play ball. And the first error of the contest charged to the Ripley shortstop. Cummings not at the bag. He was still several feet behind the bag when that throw was there. So a 1-1 game, and St. Albans looking for more with Campbell at the plate. Here's a drive into left center field, running it down in the gap and missing the ball. Phelan had it, it popped out of there. Another run scores. That'll be a base hit. Phelan went a long way to his right into the left center field gap, slid under the ball. It looked like he had it, but the ball popped out of there. So it's a hit and an RBI for Campbell.
Sams ends up at third, and Campbell, seeing that ball hung up and seeing Sams hang out around second base, retreated back to first. He probably could be standing on second and third now with Riggin at the plate. And now instead, runners at first and third.
And St. Albans in front. Nobody out here. That's the third hit of the inning. Also had an error in this inning, charged to the Ripley shortstop, Casto. This ball, again, hit hard into the left center field gap. Phelan over, had it, then he didn't. McVeigh backing up the play, getting it in. But St. Albans scores the go-ahead run. 2-1 Red Dragons.
And no outs. 2 runs across, 2 runners on, and nobody retired so far.
Riggins is driven in 23. Runners at the corners. This pitch, a breaking ball, missed. Counts 1-0. A lot of action in the first inning. Ripley, some hard hit balls. They cash in on a run. And now St. Albans takes the lead. Runner breaks for second. The pitch is a strike. Throw down there, and he is safe. The throw was to the shortstop side of the bag, and Casto tried to apply the tag. He had to swing his arm over, and Campbell beat it with the slider. At least the runner down there beat it with the slide. Second and third now. Ripley with the infield in. Counts 1-1. This pitch fouled out of play right side.
We talked about Keller filling up the zone. Of those first 11 pitches, 9 of those were strikes. That one fouled off.
Yep, all around the plate.
He's been all over it.
Again, the infield in. Keller again taking too much time, and Riggin granted timeout. Riggin batting .333. Outfield's deep, so a base hit to the outfield means 2.
Anything through the infield, really.
That one's down on the turf.
It's one of the dangers of bringing your infield up as you widen the gaps for your hitters. And anything, especially with your runner on second, anything that gets past your infield, that guy at second is just full tilt toward home plate.
Next pitch, and that's a ground ball to Casto at short. He'll throw home, and it gets away from the catcher. Sams is safe. Campbell to third, and a great job by Riggin to take second base. Casto came up with a tough play in the hole down on his knees, but he got to his feet, threw the ball into the runner as it bounced on the turf in front of home plate.
So that's a fielder's choice E6. So Casto with 2 errors here in the first inning, 3 runs across for St. Albans.
Been a tough first inning for Ripley after scoring in the top half of this inning. Couple of errors committed, and Ripley keeps that infield in again. A 3-run game. The pitch to Jonah Cart is up high. Cart at 292. And again, infield in, outfield back. Anything on the ground through the infield's going to score 2. Pitch down low on the turf. Parker Keller has given up 3 hits, but there's also been a couple of miscues behind him.
Yeah, that last one, I know I benefit from hindsight, but I've always been told that if you don't field it clean, like if you have to leave your feet.
There's the base hit to right field. 1 run scores. And they are going to hold Riggin. Actually, there's a runner in there for Riggin. We'll check the identity of that player, but a run is home, and it's 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs in the inning for St. Albans. That runner is Devin Hatfield at third base now.
But to continue, I've always been told if it's not hit at you or if you can't field it cleanly at the first time, that you get that out at first base. If you have to leave your feet or if you have to backhand moving away from the plate, do not make that throw.
This pitch popped up, foul territory. Meadows giving chase. He'll run out of room. Up on the grass.
He's got to try to get it out somewhere, somehow. Stop the bleeding.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's still nobody out.
Nobody out.
St. Albans trying to dethrone Ripley. Ripley, the defending AAA state champs. Ripley beat Frankfort in the AAA title game last year. Frankfort dropped to AA, and they won a championship today. Here's a pitch, and it's high. 1-1 to count. Mason Bledsoe, he's driven in 29. You've got run producers all the way up and down this St. Albans lineup. St. Albans, the number 2 seed in AAA coming in. Another pitch that hangs high. Activity in the Ripley bullpen. St. Albans having a big inning here in the first. This pitch swung on, popped up foul directly over our broadcast position. 1-2 the count to Bledsoe.
Nevin Kale is the Ripley pitcher in the bullpen.
Bledsoe with a hit in the tournament so far, an extra base hit. Here's the next one to the plate, and it's a called third strike. There's a very big first out recorded for Parker Keller. One away, the runners hold at first and third. Gavin Grigsby comes to the plate. Grigsby hoping to make contact here, deliver that run home from third base. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside edge.
22 pitches so far, 15 of those strikes. So still filling up the zone.
0-1 the count here. Short lead at first, swing and a miss, swung over top of the curve. And it's 0-2.
All of this that has happened, so 23 pitches so far. Comer had 21 to get through the first. So, I mean, if Keller can stop the bleeding here, he's not, too worse for wear. It's just those runs. If you can make up the runs, then all of a sudden everything looks pretty equal.
This next pitch misses the outside edge, and the count is 1-2. Well, deficit's nothing new for Ripley in this tournament, as they fell behind very early to Spring Valley 8-0 in the quarterfinal round. Battled all the way back. Now here's a wild pitch, and the runner Hatfield will score from third base. The ball kicks away. Cart moves into second. So again, Ripley, this is nothing new. The team's had a big inning against them. Spring Valley scored 8, and St. Albans now has 5 on the board. Five to 1. St. Albans leading the defending champ Vikings. Ripley struggling to get outs here in the first inning, one away. This pitch, waved at it. They appeal to first, no swing. First base umpire Randy Rader. Pretty close.
Everything but the bat head.
Grigsby saying, whoa. Stayed on balance there. This pitch, he lunged at it, threw the bat at the ball, fouled it off right side.
Exact same swing as his check swing. Just throw everything away. And
runner at second, 1 out in the inning.
got him reaching a couple times like that. Now come back with a fastball inside and on the hands.
Check of the runner, the pitch. There's ball 4. And Braden Smith will be the 9th batter to come to the plate for St. Albans. Ripley living dangerously here. Can you mount 2 comebacks? We do have activity in the Ripley bullpen. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change here.
It was Nevin Kale earlier.
So a pitching change coming as head coach Shane Casto is headed to the mound. Big inning for St. Albans in progress as the Red Dragons lead Ripley 5-1, and we're back.
Welcome to Glenville State University, a campus with innovative programs and state-of-the-art facilities where you'll discover what you're capable of. Where professors don't just teach, they mentor. Where supportive staff knows your name, your goals, and how to help you get there. With over 30 student organizations, there's a place for everyone where you'll find your people while discovering your purpose. GSU also offers online undergraduate and graduate programs so you can learn wherever life takes you from professors who want to see you succeed. Glenville State University. Pioneer your future.
I can't do my job without a whole army of people. When we do a surgery on someone and we're done with that part of it, then the physical therapy part is critical. WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals is the only freestanding orthopedic hospital in the state of West Virginia.
When it comes to finding your next vehicle,
it's officially go time at Thornhill Auto Group.
Look no further for a quality used or certified pre-owned car.
We have a vehicle for everyone and every budget.
Come see us at Thornhill Auto Outlet.
Nevin Kale takes over for Ripley. Left-hander comes out of the bullpen, and he'll try and get this first inning shut down. And as we mentioned, in the first round, it was Spring Valley scoring 8 runs in the first against Ripley, and Nevin Kale came in and got the final out of that first inning.
In relief for Parker Keller as well.
So same story.
Same story. 5 hits, 8 runs in that first inning for Parker Keller. The only difference is he was able to retire 1 more against Spring Valley in the first than he was today.
So Nevin Kale charged with getting out of the first, and Ripley got through that first game, helped them come back. Bryson Casto went to the mound and threw 5 innings, 54 pitches to get through 5 innings. He allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, kept his team in the game, and of course Spring Valley came all the way back. Or I should say Ripley came back on Spring Valley. So Smith, the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the first.
Parker Keller goes to third base.
First pitch in there for a strike. Keep Keller's bat in the lineup.
Yep.
Smith at 216 at the plate. And this one is a little bit down low. Big crowd tonight, St. Albans fans making some noise as their team has jumped out. Got a group of students down there over near the St. Albans dugout. 1-1 pitch inside, 2 balls and a strike.
And Kyler Doss is in right field as well.
Long look in by Kale. He is set against the right-handed hitting Smith. And it's down low.
Kale just 8 innings pitched all year. 5 earned runs in those 8 innings, 6 walks.
Get him in here to try and calm the waters a bit. Get the final 2 outs.
Does have 3 strikeouts across those 8 innings, but the six walks shows a tendency to go deep in those counts, and you see him deep in another count here, but able to get that foul off to get to full.
3-2 pitch coming up. Phelan in center has taken a few steps over towards the left center field gap. And now the payoff pitch with 2 runners on. And it's ball 4. St. Albans will load the bases again. The 10th man to bat is the leadoff hitter Burke. He started all this with a base hit. Came around to score the first run. It was Burke's first hit of the tournament. St. Albans has won twice with Burke scuffling a bit at the plate, but he has a chance to have a huge breakout game here. Bases loaded, 1 out, 5 already in for St. Albans. Pitch is high for a ball. A 5-1 Red Dragons lead. They've staked their starter, Gavin Comer, to a lead after he gave up a run in the top half of the first. Curveball high. Count is 2-0. Nevin Kalen, a familiar situation, trying to put out a rally. And there's a foul. Again, over our broadcast position. 2 balls and a strike. Ripley outfield remains deep. 35 RBI on the season for Burke. Bases loaded. He swings, pops it up over the screen and off the press box. That deflects straight down onto the concourse.
That was awfully close to us. Like that was the angle to get into our booth. I asked Dave in the first game if we were safe. He told me yes. I don't think that he was very honest with me.
Another 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Casto flips to second for one. Relay throw. Safe, and a run scores. Another one crosses the plate.
Casto got rid of the ball, but just didn't have enough. Cummings didn't have enough on it after he received that. Spent too much time with that ball in his glove. Whenever Casto gave it to him, he gave it to him with a little oomph, but then the glove stopped it, so he didn't have any momentum really going into his throw. You could see stop and then throw. If he takes that all the way through, then he can get a little bit more juice into that throw, kind of like a catcher throwing to second. You just kind of turn the ball around.
Under the glove of the pitcher to the shortstop. 6 have scored, and now timeout called by Comer. Bases still with runners on at first and third. Comer awaits the next, and it's in there for a strike. St. Albans again, the number 2 seed. The Red Dragons with a 12-game winning streak, including 2 games in this tournament. Pitch way outside. Comer's second at-bat. He got a base hit. Followed Burke's hit. There's been a couple of errors mixed in here. This pitch driven into left field, playing it on a hop is McVeigh. The run scores, and McVeigh misses the cutoff man, but it's backed up by the first baseman Meadows. 7 runs in the first for St. Albans. Comer's second hit of this inning. It plates Grigsby, and it's 7-1. Now you're back around to Sams, the most dangerous hitter in the lineup. Sams takes a ball inside. Sams batting with 2 on for the second time in this inning. Sams awaits the next. He swings and hits it right field side, and that one's going to end up just shy of the Ripley bullpen. A foul ball up on the berm. Sams hit the ball that looked like it could have potentially been a double play for Ripley, but it wasn't turned. There was an error on the play. The next one to Sams. He swings, fouls it off again. Sams, the 12th player to come to bat in this inning. He crowds the plate, waits for the 1-2 pitch, pops it up, foul, and it'll fall. Right fielder Doss coming in. First baseman Meadows on a sprint with his back to the infield. Couldn't catch up with it. Bounced on the warning track and up into the grass. Boy, that young man's had a big day.
Look at that.
3 he's acquired, chasing him down.
He's probably selling them over there on the concourse.
Now I think he's autographing him and handing them out. Now we've got a ball that apparently came out of the Ripley bullpen.
And that's,
so that stops play.
It's Jace Good out there in the Ripley bullpen throwing.
Ripley's already been through 2 pitchers. And Cale dealing with a tough customer here in Brogan Sams. And 2 runners on. Runner at first not being first baseman playing behind him. Here's a ball that's way high. Lead runner at second is Burke. That's Comer at first trying to distract Nevin Cale. Again, Meadows playing behind him. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Sams takes a close pitch inside. He's fought off a couple of pitches, but that one was very, very close. 3-2 pitch, fouled off again right side. There's a pack of them after that one.
Well, they saw how much money the other kid was making.
Selling them back to the ballpark, no doubt. Do it again at 3-2. Long bottom half of the first inning for Ripley. This pitch fouled straight back. He was on it. We got a battle going between Nevin Cale and Brogan Sams at the plate.
8 pitch at bat so far. This will be pitch number 9.
And again, Sams coming in at 468. This pitch with the runners going low, ball 4, bases loaded. Campbell's second at bat of this inning. He's got an RBI hit already. He scored a run. 7-1 St. Albans here in the first inning. Campbell can really bust it open here for St. Albans. Cale to the plate, hit him on the back foot. The 8th run crosses the plate. Second time in 3 games here at the state tournament that Ripley has allowed 8 runs in the first inning. Painful RBI number 32 on the year for Campbell as he took that one off the foot. Burke comes around to score, and we may have our 3rd pitcher of the inning. That's the case. So Ripley goes to the bullpen for the second time in this first inning, and we'll meet the new pitcher when we return. 8-1 Ripley in front, and Ripley trailing here, St. Albans in the first inning.
It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right. Recover. Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Chocolate milk, the official beverage of high school sports, is brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast.
Jace Good on for Ripley, and much like the pitcher before him, Nevin Kale, not very many innings pitched on the year. So Kale had 8 innings pitched whenever he came in and recorded 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and Good 9 2/3 innings pitched and 7 walks across those 9 2/3, and he's hit 4 batters as well. So can be a little erratic, but just needs 1 out.
Yeah.
1 out. Force contact here, see if you can get an out, get back into the dugout, lick your wounds, and then get back on the, see what you can do about coming back again.
8 have scored here for St. Albans in the first. Pitch inside to Caden Riggin.
So Good 4 hit by pitches on the year. And Riggin, how many hit by pitches does he have?
A bunch.
24,
he has been hit by a pitch 24 times.
24.
He's behind in the count. The pitcher is Good. 2 balls and no strikes. This one swung on, hit into center. Back is Phelan, back, still going back, reaches up, makes the catch. So a nightmarish inning comes to an end for Ripley. And Riggin pounded that one to center field, but it was run down by Phelan. But 8 runs score for St. Albans. 8 runs on 5 hits, a couple of Ripley errors. And St. Albans leaves the bases full after 1 inning. It is 8-1 Ripley, trailing here St. Albans. During today's state tournament game, teams will benefit from umpires video review made possible by BSN Sports. Video equipment designed for the purpose of providing instant replay in the event that a head coach challenges an umpire's ruling on the field following a safe out at any base, batter hit by pitch, or fair foul ball beyond the umpires. Each team has 2 head coaches challenge opportunities. The review process operates under the fundamental assumption that the ruling on the field is correct. The replay official may reverse a ruling if and only the video evidence convinces him beyond all reasonable doubt that the ruling on the field is incorrect. All decisions of the replay official are final, not subject to review or appeal. And BSN Sports is behind this, and Chris Wells of the SSAC joins us to talk about it. And Chris, good evening to you.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me on.
Where did this come from? We understand West Virginia is the first state to offer replay reviews in high school baseball and softball championship events.
Yeah, we are the only state that is doing it at both baseball and softball across the country. This has been really discussed in the softball and baseball coaches committees for several years to get it at our state tournament events. And we have an experimental rule approved by the NFHS for this year, and then we have to provide data back to the NFHS. And we're hoping that we're going to have a state adoption approved by the NFHS during the next rule proposal sessions.
And you successfully used this last week in the softball state tournaments, correctly?
That's correct. During the 2 weeks of softball, we utilized it, and we've had a couple of replays here during the state baseball tournament.
Yeah, now the difference here in baseball is the umpires on the field get to view it. And I assume that's because this is a college facility and Marshall Baseball has used replay. In the softball tournament, they were looking at it. You had a replay official that looked at it upstairs. So which system do you think works better, or does it matter there?
Honestly, it really doesn't matter. It is nice having the umpires on the field making the call because they're probably the ones that were involved in the play. Where at softball, we had one of the umpires that was off from the other crews. They came up into the booth and watched the replay and then just made the decision and radioed that down to the umpire on the field, to the crew chief. But the decision for this at the baseball tournament to stay on the field was because of just the access that we have for camera-wise and the availability for the replay equipment. It's just easier to have it on the field for those officials.
Kyler Doss grounded out there to Burke, the second baseman. Chris, how do you think it's worked?
I think it's been great. Talking with the coaches, I always go down pregame and just explain to them how it's going to take place. They like the idea. They want to get it right, and honestly, the umpires, they want to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care if their call gets overturned. They just want to make sure that they're making the correct play.
Have we had one overturned yet this week?
In baseball, we've had two.
Two?
We've had two
Okay.
overturned, and then the rest of them have either been a confirmed or stands.
Yeah.
And the difference between those two is that if it's confirmed, that means there was video evidence to show that the correct call was made. If it stands, then that means there wasn't enough to overturn or really confirm it. It's just standing is called on the field.
Yeah, I always say that the majority of the time these guys are getting those calls right because they're right on top of the play. It's just whenever it comes to that bang bang or did the tag miss an arm here or there, that's when the replay really comes in handy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's typically about angles, too. And you know that there's a lot of fans that are sitting in the stands thinking they may have the correct angle. But
yes.
Yeah, the officials on the field, they have a great angle, and then plus the replay has a great angle. So
No,
it's
nobody
nice to
has a better view of the strike zone than Section 103.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, as you all know, there's 2,000 umpires in the stands.
Yeah.
Right.
That are all right.
Yeah, I agree. And then we have applications for anybody that would like to pick up one. We're always in the need for umpires.
Chris, I think it's fabulous, and one of the reasons why is that we're all fans and we all sit at home and watch games, whether it's college football or it's Major League Baseball, and we see a play that's reviewed and we see the replays and we make a judgment most of the time within a few seconds, and it's really difficult to watch sometimes when the replays are drawn out for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. That never happens. It hasn't happened. So for whatever you guys are doing, it's worked because, we actually timed the ones at the softball tournament. I don't think any of them lasted more than about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're timing this state tournament as well because we have to provide data back to the NFHS, and we go to Salt Lake City for our national conference at the end of the month to provide that data to them. And this tournament, we're averaging less than a minute for some of them. The longest one, I think, was 3.5. And it's just because the nature of the play was also reviewing a scoring incident at the same time, making sure that we got it all right on the field.
There's a base hit to left, an opposite field single off the bat of John Cummings. And Ripley, again, we've already seen a huge comeback by the Vikings in this tournament, and they're trying to mount one here tonight, down 8-1. They've got 2 runners on with 1 out. Well, I don't think fans have a problem with it the way it works here, and the SSAC has done it very successfully in football as well at the state championships, where the calls don't take long and they're right. You get them right. So that's more of a statement than a question, but it's impressive the way you guys do it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
The work goes into all of the video crew, too. I mean, they do a great job of making sure they get the right angles, so we appreciate Butch and his crew to making sure that it's done right.
Mm-hmm. So what's the next step? Basketball, perhaps?
Well, we do have a replay in basketball. The only time that it comes into effect is during the championship game. The semifinals and the championship game, and it's just at the end of the game on a buzzer beater. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Is there a possibility to expand it in basketball, do you think?
We haven't had much discussion on expanding in basketball. Just not really sure of the replay and even camera angles and other things there that we need to expand as much.
Yeah, and again, I mean, if you're a college basketball fan, you watch a game and you see how many times the game is disrupted in the final couple of minutes. But again, you guys seem to have the system worked out to where, you view it once or twice, you make a decision, and things move on. So that's probably the best way to handle it. So, okay, you're providing this data for the other 49 states. Do you see other states copying West Virginia's model going forward?
I believe there is actually one other state that is doing the finals only, and I can't remember what they were reviewing during that instant replay, but it's not in depth and details what we're providing.
And I would imagine that again, the way it's worked as this pitch comes in outside, is it too early to say that it's here to stay in West Virginia for semifinal and championship baseball and softball?
Well, this is the thing with an experimental rule. We only have a 1-year approval, but we can apply for approval for another 3 years, or for additional 3 years. So we'll take the data back to the NFHS. We're hoping to really kind of put it in their hands. It'll go back to the softball and baseball rules committees, and then it'll go to the overall rules committee to see if that's an adjustment that they want to make for a state adoption for that instant replay across the country.
Well, it works well, and it's been an interesting experiment for those of us who have watched every game in the softball and the baseball tournaments. Congratulations on pulling this off, and again, it's good work by you and the crew and the umpires and everybody involved.
I appreciate that. And like I said, it's not just us, it's everybody else involved in the video productions crew, making sure we have the best technology available. A lot of people think West Virginia is behind on a lot of things, but here we're leading the country in this.
Yeah, ahead of it all. Chris, we appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep.
Chris Wells of the SSAC. And Tyler, as a coach, would you have appreciated instant replay?
I will say this, that as a coach at getting out of the dugout, I started appreciating the umpires a lot more, because whenever you look at whenever you get the replays, you see how much those guys do get right, and when you're in the dugouts, you're in the heat of the moment. That I kind of thought that whenever we saw this in the single A championship game this morning, that we might see teams run out of challenges before we got halfway through the game, but that wasn't the case. Once the umpires kind of established that, hey, we're getting these things right, we really didn't see very many more reviews. So, that's one of the things that reviews have really shown me, is how often these guys really are right, and especially when you have a 4-man crew. They're on top of every single play.
Strikeout of Phelan, now a ground ball off the bat of Casto, and they flip the second for the force out, and Ripley is out in the second inning. They strand a couple, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Ripley has left 3. We're in the middle of the second inning, and it's all St. Albans. Red Dragons 8, Ripley 1, and we're back after this.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Pitching change for Ripley. Eli Phelan comes in from center field, and he will pitch to St. Albans in the second inning. Red Dragons scored 8 runs in the bottom of the first, and they're in command of this AAA state championship game, as it is 8-1.
So there will undoubtedly be other changes. Looks like the infield stays pretty much the same, but Phelan came in from center field. So it looks like McVeigh is in center field now. And then Clendenin moved to left. And then that would be Kyler Doss in right. So really the only change is Clendenin goes back into the game to play left field, because Clendenin left whenever, who was it? Nevin Cale came in. And then Kyler Doss had moved out to right field. So that means that Clendenin comes back in, McVeigh slides from left to center, and Clendenin goes to left.
And Phelan on the mound for Ripley. He's worked 25 innings so far. and has struck out 21. Has had some issues with control, so we'll see what happens here as he takes over this game and his Ripley team trailing by 7 runs.
35 walks in those 25 innings pitched and 3 hit by pitches, but has not given up an extra base hit either. So two sides of Phelan.
Jonah Cart leading off the second, and the first pitch sails high. 15 hitters came to the plate for St. Albans in that first inning. And here's ball 2 to Cart. Cart singled, drove in a run, and scored a run. 8-1 St. Albans here. Outside for a ball. And there's a strike over the outside corner, 3-1. Fourth pitcher used by Ripley. And after falling behind 3-0, Phelan has battled back. Count is full. Parker Keller started. Nevin Kale came in. Jace Good. And now Phelan. And there's ball 4. Cart throws the walk on the full count pitch. And St. Albans in business again here in the second. Mason Bledsoe comes to the plate. You've got an expanded tournament. These teams playing 3 games, and somebody was bound to run out of pitching.
And in the old format, you needed 2, maybe 3 guys to get through the tournament. Now you need 4 to 5 guys when you start adding in those bullpen arms.
And again, it certainly didn't help that Ripley had an 8-run inning against them in the opener against Spring Valley. They battled back to win that game, but obviously used arms and then won their semifinal round game, and here they are in the finals.
And Casto threw in both of those games too. Threw 5 innings in the first and then 1 inning in second.
That one off the end of the bat, some wicked spin. It started right, then spun left. Phelan off the mound was able to glove it and throw out Bledsoe at first. Runner at second base with 1 out. Grigsby is at the plate. He walked in that first inning. First pitch here is outside. 7-run lead for St. Albans. Next pitch, curve. He dropped it in there. And a swing and a foul. These teams did not meet during the regular season or in the postseason up until this point. But we mentioned one of the Quad A schools that's getting ready to play. George Washington played both these teams. GW will play Morgantown coming up at the Quad A State Championship game. There's a swing and a foul right back at us. And after walking the leadoff hitter, Phelan has done very well. He's settled in, got Bledsoe on a tapper, and he's gotten ahead of Grigsby. There's a swing as he lunged at that one and got enough of it to stay alive. Tapped it back over near the St. Albans dugout. Now the 1-2 swung on and missed. Out number 2 in the second.
67 on that breaking ball. Really got Grigsby swinging at air. Big 12-6.
Runner at second, 2 outs for Smith. Smith drew a walk back in the first. Curve again, missed the outside part of the plate. Smith takes another curveball that's in. 2-0 the count. Cart able to get a big lead off second, and there's a strike to the plate. Second baseman Cummings off the bag. Casto not paying a great deal of attention to the runner as well. So he could come off that bag once the pitcher Phelan heads to the plate. Curve again for a strike.
And that's one of the things when you're sitting up there as a hitter now, you're thinking he's got to come at me with a fastball, right?
Well, he's throwing the curve,
but he's throwing it. He's throwing it for a strike, so you never know.
There's the fastball on a tie. Hitting room through the left side of this infield.
Here comes a curveball.
Hung high, ball 4. First base was open. Now there's 2 on. 2 outs in the inning. Phelan walked the leadoff hitter Cart. Now he walks Smith with 2 outs, and that brings Braxton Burke back to the plate. Burke with his 3rd at-bat in 2 innings. And he takes a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. Led off the bottom of the first with a base hit, came around to score. Later drove in a run with a fielder's choice. He scored twice already. There's a curve that's hit into right center field. Doss coming up makes the catch. Doss on the run, puts it away, and Phelan works around 2 walks. No runs, no hits, 2 runners left. After 2 innings, it is St. Albans 8, Ripley 1. And we're back.
My name's Katie, and I'm a sophomore at Virginia Tech. I'm studying to be a lawyer, which means I'll be in school for 6 more years, and college isn't cheap. But my parents opened a Smart 529 savings account when I was 6 months old, and having that savings has given me the opportunity to focus on my education.
Smart 529 is West Virginia's education savings solution. Turn your savings into their success. Visit smart529.com. For more information, contact Smart 529 to obtain a program description, which includes investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other information. Read and consider it carefully before investing.
When it comes to finding your next vehicle,
it's officially go time at Thornhill Auto Group.
Look no further for a quality used or certified pre-owned car.
We have a vehicle for everyone and every budget.
Come see us at Thornhill Auto Outlet.
Top of the 3rd for Ripley. It's the Kellers, Peyton first, then Parker, and Brody McVeigh. 8-1 St. Albans. St. Albans with those 5 hits, all in the first inning, and Ripley committing a couple of errors. The right-hander Gavin Comer gave up a base hit to Bryson Casto leading off the game. Casto would eventually come around and score on a Parker-Keller double. So Ripley had a 1-0 lead. St. Albans scored 8 in the bottom of the first, and here we are playing in the 3rd. Ripley at the state tournament for the 13th time. Head coach Shane Casto in his 15th year taking over for Ray Swisher. Really a deep history of baseball between Shane Casto and the former coach Ray Swisher. Those two running this program for decades and decades. Top of the 3rd. Peyton Keller leading off. And the first pitch is ball 1. Peyton Keller 0 for 1. Parker Keller on deck. He doubled. Pitch down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, if you're Gavin Comer, you just want to throw strikes, right? 7-run lead.
Fill it up.
There's strike one to the plate. Becomes a tough sun field for the right fielder and the right side of the infield. For a stretch here as the sun's going down. There's a base hit into center. Off the bat of Peyton Keller. Keller's 4th hit of the tournament. Parker Keller with a hit today. He's got 2 hits in the 3 state tournament games. He's driven in 4. Ripley trying to come back again. Beautiful setting here in Huntington. This new ballpark, home to Marshall University, of course. And the amenities provided to the teams here as this pitch came inside, high for ball 1. The softball complex is down the right field line, and the indoor hitting and pitching baseball complex is down the left field line. So there's plenty of room for teams to go inside and warm up before they play. This one high and tight as well. It counts 2-0. So most of your work you can get done before you take the field to play. Each team has 10 minutes for in and out on the field. There's a line drive foul. Past Coach Casto down there at third base. 2-1 the count. You see the softball facility and the neighboring softball field here at Marshall. They've got a tremendous softball program.
And that's been used by visiting teams. So teams listed as a visitor in the softball complex.
Great
home
diving
team.
stop. Boy, nearly a double play. Campbell with a diving stop to his left, got the force out with the throw to Burke at second. It was right on the money.
Yeah, had the timing too, but pulled Cochran off the base.
5-4 on the put out at second base. See him gather it up to his left, throw from his knees.
Yeah, had him beat timing wise, but that throw just pulls Cochran off the base.
McVay at the plate now with the runner on. Ball 1 down low. Comer has struck out 3. And he's walked just 1. Again, dealing with a 7-run lead. This pitch is a little bit low. Falling behind the hitters, though, in this inning.
Yeah. Came into this inning with 37 pitch count, and that was after, remember, we talked about his lengthy first inning with 21 pitches, and he'd settled in and just 16 in the second, which a high number, but still less.
There's a strike on the outside edge.
So through 1 out here already at 10 pitches.
This one is bounced to first right at the bag, and Cochran gets the out there. Tag play at second, throw down to Sams, and they do tag out Parker Keller sliding into the bag. That ball was hit right on top of first base. Again, Cochran reached with his right foot, turned, fired to second, and the tag put on by the shortstop Sams. And Comer faces the minimum. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no runners left. Middle of the third, 8-1. St. Albans leading Ripley.
West Virginia's data center debate is moving fast. In this 3-part series, I look at the issue from 3 sides.
The end goal is to facilitate data center investment in West Virginia in strategic locations that make sense.
We really want to support local development that works for our county.
We go out into the community before we make the final decision.
State of Minds presents the pertinent perspectives. Watch and make up your own mind.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the Health Plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The Health Plan, a proud corporate partner with the West Virginia SSAC.
8-1, St. Albans in front. It'll be Comer, Sams, and Campbell coming to the plate here in the third inning for St. Albans. Comer's 2 for 2, runs scored and an RBI. Sams has been on base twice. And Campbell has an RBI hit, and he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So 1 for 1 officially with 2 RBI and a run scored. St. Albans with its 8 runs in the first. And Phelan in the game pitching for the Ripley Vikings, walked a pair of hitters in the second, but managed to get out of that inning. So hitters 2, 3, and 4 for the Red Dragons with a big lead in this AAA state championship game. Here's a smash foul past third. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. St. Albans would like to get it started up here again in the third. That pitch is outside. And a grounder to third. It came up and got past Keller into left field. So a leadoff base runner for the Red Dragons in the third.
Keller beat it to a spot, took his first step immediate right to the baseball, but his second step was backwards, so he isn't able to get that there. That ball just eats him up. If he takes that turn and turns that left shoulder toward first base, comes across that ball, he's able to pick it and get the out at first.
Brogan Sams at the plate. St. Albans fans are waiting for him to turn on one and crush it. He did reach on a fielder's choice, scored a run, also walked in that first inning. There's a pitch that's inside. The count is 1-1.
So that's a third error of the game now for Ripley.
Next one, catches the outside corner. Beauty there from Phelan. He's ahead in the count. Try to put him away. Ooh, tied him up.
Clendenin is very, very deep in left field.
Yeah,
so
for good reason.
He is another one that is waiting for Sams to get a hold of one.
1-2 the count. And there's a foul ball, third base side. We'll do it again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seven-run lead as they come out of the St. Albans dugout to retrieve that foul ball. Lead at first, pitch way outside. And that was ball 4, so 2 on. First 2 have reached in the St. Albans third. And Campbell can do some damage too. He's got 3 home runs.
3 home runs, 2 RBIs today. Single back in the first, and then the hit by pitch, which was also in the first. Just his second plate appearance of the first inning.
And that gives him 33 runs driven in. 2 on with nobody out. And the pitch from Phelan missed inside.
I really like Campbell. I really like the way that, watching him take in and out. He's got very good hands. His feet are always in the right spot. I really like his plate approach here. He's very calm, looks balanced at the plate. And his head does not move a whole lot. Even right there on a take, and even noticing on his swings that his head doesn't move a whole lot. So he sees the ball very well. Very impressed with Campbell in the way that he plays.
2-0 pitch bounced in front of the plate, knocked down by Peyton Keller. Nicely done there. Kept those runners at first and second.
See, a lot of times you'll see with the ball bounced in like that, you'll see a hitter's shoulders kind of get heavy on the front side and start to lean a little bit, but Campbell does a really good job of staying balanced.
Next pitch, getting the over fastball, it's 3-1. Morgantown Mohegans have arrived too. They are warming up in that softball facility we talked about down the first base line. George Washington will be the #1 seed for the 4A state championship game against Morgantown. This pitch driven over top of that softball facility, foul.
Now I see Dave Wilson down there chatting it up with, looks like Matt Taylor.
I thought Dave was in the middle of that pack of kids running for the foul ball.
Well, he was, but they kicked him out.
I
Yeah,
see.
he heard a kid earlier, pushed him down trying to get to a ball. I said, "Mister, you got to go."
Payoff pitch, swung on and hit into center. Ranging back, McVeigh turns around, makes the catch. Runner tags and heads for third, and close play. Beat it with a head-first slide. Third base umpire Mitch Mayle. There was a collision there, head first. The runner went in and collided with the legs of Keller at third, and they want to review it. Okay, well, here's the system that Chris Wells was talking about before. The play on the field under review, and this review presented by BSN Sport, serving high schools throughout West Virginia. And it's going to be Mark Mayle, the home plate umpire, among the umpires going over to review it on the field. Again, at the softball tournament, they had a replay official in the press box, and the crew chief had a headset and was communicating directly with the replay official, but the umpires on the field did not see the replay. It was judged from the booth upstairs. Here, again at this college facility, Marshall University, they are using the cameras that are in place.
Initially, I think Mitch got this right. Safe.
Yeah, it looks safe. Good quick relay throw.
It was a great,
Castro.
yes, that was a top shelf relay from Castro. Not a whole lot of wasted movement, but hand on the base there before the tag. I think it's going to be safe.
You see the collision with the helmet underneath the right knee of Keller over there at third. And you see the Sun Belt Conference logo there on the side of the replay monitor. Two of the umpires over taking a look. Looked to me like both hands got in before the tag.
Yep.
Phelan keeping warm. Taking some warm-up tosses. And we've got a quick decision. And we'll get the announcement from the field. Well, the first glitch of the week is there we go. The umpire's microphone was, we didn't catch what he said, but we did hear the St. Albans fans cheer that the play was confirmed.
He said play stands. The call stands. Ripley has one challenge remaining. That was the one word I heard was stands.
Well, the way the number of challenges work, you get two, as you heard the umpire say. Ripley's down to one. If you use both of them and are right with both of them, you get a third.
Okay. So, regardless, Ripley only has one remaining.
That is
Even
correct.
if they were to win that one, it's gone.
That's exactly right. They won't get a second or a third because they missed their first.
That makes it crucial to get every single one right.
You need to be sure. And again, that's all part of
the chance. It's a chance you're taking.
And it's also limiting the number that limits the disruptions to the game.
Correct. It keeps everything in flow, and that's the last thing we want is unlimited chances. Let's just challenge. It's the last out of the inning. What's it going to hurt? You don't have to worry about that because you lose one, and then now all of a sudden you're down to one.
Ripley's going to stick with Phelan in on the mound. And with runners at first and third, 2 outs in the inning. And it will be Riggin coming to the plate. Riggin looking for his first hit today. He had 2 hits, including a double, in St. Albans' 3-2 win over Shady Spring. Red Dragons up by 7 as we play in the third, and timeout had been called.
No, ball had never been put in play.
All right. Cut the music.
Still going.
Martin. Home plate umpire. So now we're set. Here is Riggin. Try and come through with 2 outs, and there's that breaking pitch for strike 1.
Phelan kind of blew through his set position there.
Can't review that.
No. But
there he comes set just above the belt. That one bounced in the left-handed hitter batter's box, and Sams took off. He takes second base. Going to credit Sams with a stolen base. That's his 27th on the year. Second and third with 1 out. So Riggin can bring home 2 with a base hit here. And that one bounces past the catcher, and the runner will score. 9-1 St. Albans on the wild pitch. Sams moves up to third.
So Comer reaches by the E5 and then scores there on wild pitch.
St. Albans with 8 in the first. Now a run here in the third. The Red Dragons not done. Runner at third with 2 outs in the inning. Count 2 balls and a strike, and Ripley brings the infield in. Again, 1 away, 1 out in this inning. There's one that bounces up there, blocked by Peyton Keller. 3-1 the count. Riggin wants to find a way to make contact here, drive that run home. Strike. That one right across the plate. Infield in all the way around. Right-handed hitting catcher for St. Albans. Riggin takes ball 4. First and third. Another good stop by Peyton Keller. He's bouncing all around back there. Cart's 1 for 1 with a walk, an RBI. They're going to run for Riggin, the catcher.
It's Hatfield again.
Hatfield ran for him previously. Tough day at the ballpark for Ripley. Came into this contest as the defending AAA champs. Capable of coming back. We've seen that in this tournament already. There's a ball that's way high. But they better get busy because
running out of outs.
Yeah, well, St. Albans is pushing up close to that 10-run deficit. Curve in there for a strike.
Here's what, whenever Spring Valley put up that 8 spot, the next 4 innings were zeros. So, I mean, that's how you mount a comeback. Those zeros, and there's only been 1 of those so far for St. Albans.
One run in here in the third, looking for more. Count 2-1 to Cart. Runner breaks for second and slips. Cart pops it up behind second base. Casto is there. He makes the catch. And that runner managed to retreat to first. That was Hatfield. Had taken off. He slipped, got about a quarter of the way and slipped. And he gets back to first. Well, Cart wanted to hit the ball in the air, just much, much deeper to try and deliver that run. First and third with 2 away now. Bledsoe looking for his first hit. And he takes strike 1. Bledsoe had a double in the 1-0 win over John Marshall. AAA semis were back on Tuesday, or the quarterfinals, I should say, as that ball was swung and fouled off. So the AAA teams got Wednesday and Thursday off prior to the semifinals yesterday. Runner broke down towards third. Here's a grounder to Keller at third. He double clutches, has plenty of time, and he throws the runner out. St. Albans gets the leadoff walk, and that runner comes around to score. 1 run without a hit. There was an error, a couple of walks, make it 3 walks. 2 runners left. The Red Dragons have stranded 7. We are through 3 complete. St. Albans leading Ripley 8-1.
The best thing about West Virginia is hope.
The commitment we're making is $2.2 billion in the state of West Virginia.
It's creating opportunities for the next generation to have career-sustaining jobs.
We're creating career paths and jobs.
Everybody's talking about it. HOGAS is doing it.
This gives opportunities for underprivileged communities to have new jobs, to have new opportunities, and it just gives people hope.
Learn more at WVSforHope.com.
When it comes to finding your next vehicle,
it's officially go time at Thornhill Auto Group.
Look no further for a quality used or certified pre-owned car.
We have a vehicle for everyone and every budget.
Come see us at Thornhill Auto Outlet.
Nine to 1, St. Albans leading Ripley. Ripley comes to bat in the 4th inning with Meadows, Doss, and Clendenin. 5 hits for St. Albans. Some walks have helped, and some errors certainly have hurt the Ripley Vikings.
Yeah, 3 errors in 3 innings. All of those by the infielders, 2 by Casto, and then the 3rd by Keller at third base there in the 3rd inning.
Gavin Comer has been sharp the last couple of innings. Got a double play ball to get out of the 3rd after issuing a leadoff base hit. 49 pitches through 3 innings for Gavin Comer. First pitch of the 4th inning nearly hit him as Meadows was backed up off the plate, ball 1. Right-handed hitting Meadows at the plate, fouls one to the screen. The second baseman way over towards first base. The right fielder Grigsby. They have this hitter shaded to hit to right. There's a pitch inside again.
I do wonder sometimes if outfielders are shading a certain way or if that's just where they ended up standing, because there's a couple times I was peeking out in the 1st inning and they were in one spot for one pitch and then
they move around.
They move to another spot for the 2nd pitch. And it's like, I don't know if that's intentional. I think that's just where they ran out to in between innings.
Center fielder Smith straight away. The left fielder Cart very deep. Here's the pitch inside. And the count's 3-1.
And Smith has been playing deep today in center field. There's been a couple of singles there by Ripley that have fallen in there, but also nothing getting over his head. That's the last thing you want to prevent. You want to prevent the extra base hit in these situations.
Grounder up the middle, handled by Sams. And that's a victory for Comer inside the larger battle, which is the game. He fell behind to Meadows, came back, got him out.
Yep.
Doss will bat with 1 away. Comer takes a moment to crouch down behind the mound, gather himself. Now he's right back to work. This is outside, was coming up and in to the leadoff hitter Meadows. He missed that one off the plate. Comer working quickly. And that fastball is fouled off. I don't know where that one went. Neither do the kids.
No.
They're looking for it. Must have gone over the softball facility.
I think Dave Wilson beat him to it.
1-1 the count. Curveball misses inside, 2-1. So now you've got a situation with home plate in the shadows, as you see there, right at the edge of the batter's box. And the pitches are coming from out in the sunlight. This one is chopped over the middle. That's going to be a tough play on the second base side. Sams throws him out. We mentioned Burke was wound around a little bit over near first base, and Sams came on the first base side of second to get to that ball and throw him out. Some tremendous range there from a very, very good athlete.
Got a great jump on the ball right off the bat. Knew that it was moving over there. Got that nice high hop. Gives you time to settle under it. Still able to make a decent throw over to get the out, too.
And a good scoop by Josiah Cochran as well. Base is empty, 2 outs. Strike one to Cash Clendenin. And a swing and a foul. Comer's retired 4 in a row since the leadoff single off the bat of Peyton Keller in the third. Now with the left-handed hitter at the plate, they play Clendenin to pull on the infield. He fouls one off. Oh, 0-2 the count. This pitch hit on the ground to second, right where he was playing. That's Burke. 3 ground outs, and that's the quick inning that Comer needed. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left as the shortstop handles 2, and the second baseman Burke gets out number 3. Middle of the 4th, it is St. Albans 9, Ripley 1.
When it's your big day, every detail matters. At Daniel's Men's Store, tuxedo and suit rentals ensure that you look your best without the stress. Weddings or formal events, Daniel's is where West Virginia dresses up. At Daniel's Men's Store, exceptional style begins with a curated selection and finishes with a flawless fit. When it's time to buy a suit, Daniel's is here to make sure yours is one of a kind. Discover tailored suits you'll only find in store at Daniel's.
New pitcher for Ripley as they're going through the staff here in this contest in which St. Albans leads 9-1.
Brady McVeigh is the new pitcher, and looks like McVeigh and Phelan are really just going to switch places here. Phelan going back out to center field, and McVeigh coming on from center to pitch. And McVeigh, 2.69 ERA in 13 innings pitched, does have a loss on the year. 11 walks to 10 strikeouts. 4 hit by pitches as well.
So this is the 5th pitcher used by Ripley. Parker Keller started. Then there was Nevin Cale, Jace Good, Eli Phelan, and now McVeigh. And St. Albans leads this contest 9-1. Red Dragons will have batters 8, 9, and 1 facing McVeigh. 8 in the first for St. Albans. Here's a swing and a fly ball, medium range left field. Clendenin is there, 1 pitch, 1 out, and a good way for McVeigh to start this bottom of the 4th inning. Braden Smith has walked twice. Leadoff hitter Burke on deck. First pitch to Smith, down low for a ball. Good at-bats for the St. Albans center fielder. This pitch taken for a strike. Strike number 2. Framed up pretty well by the Ripley catcher, Caden Riggin.
That's Keller.
I'm sorry, Keller.
Wrong side of the card. Okay.
There's a swing and a fly ball. Chasing it is Doss. He makes the running catch. Nice job. Nice running catch in the right center field gap. And the second out here. McVeigh trying to have a quick one. Fly out to left, and Doss runs that one down in the right center field gap.
I didn't think he was going to get there. I would have pulled both hamstrings, my quads.
Not when you were 17.
No, yeah, probably then too. That was a haul. He's still he's still making his way back to his position.
Top of the order, Burke. Check swing and a ball down on the turf, ball 1.
Still out of breath.
Hands down on the knees there briefly, and he's ready to go. Swing and a foul. Needless to say, St. Albans has not been retired in order. They've scored in 2 of the 4 innings so far, the big 8-run first inning. That ball is outside. Base is empty, 2 outs. One bounces up there again. McVeigh working quickly. A couple of fly ball outs recorded here. And it bounces in the left-handed hitter batter's box. 2-out walk issued to Burke, who's on base again.
So another inning where St. Albans won't be retired in order.
They retrieve his bat. Comer says, why'd you have to drag that one a third of the way up the line?
Just drop in the box. You were right here.
Comer's got 2 hits. Reached on an error. Burke a threat to run here. And the pitch is inside as he twists out of the way of that delivery. Comer with 2 hits in the first inning. Scored a run, drove in a run. Reached on an error in the third, scored again. Curve misses inside. Eight-run lead, 4th inning. That one's right in there over the plate. Two and one the count. Quick throw over to first, back in there. St. Albans looking for its 3rd state championship. The last one came in 2019. This pitch hit a mile in the air. Medium range, left center field, coming over Clendenin. The left fielder makes the grab. So St. Albans strands a runner. 2-out walk drawn by Burke. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. They've left 8. We've played 4 complete, and it's an 8-run lead for St. Albans.
This summer, 2 fan favorites are back.
Honey pepper pimento, pineapple dragon fruit. They're back, they're so back, yeah, they're bringing that flavor I need that peppermento. Yeah, that pimento. Pineapple dragon fruit. Bringing that pineapple back. They're packed, they're so packed. Yeah, they're bringing that flavor back. They're so packed. I need that peppermento.
Which favorite will you fan over?
Go-Mart's Snackadelic Summer is here, and it's groovy, baby. Head to Go-Mart and grab one of 7 specially marked items to score bonus reward points and 30 cents off every gallon of gas. Plus, Go-Mart and Monster Energy are giving away a $1,000 gift card every single week in June and July. Enter on the Go-Mart app for your chance to win free gas all summer long. New to Go-Mart Rewards? Register by July 31st to get a bonus entry. Learn more at GoMart.com, because this summer, the snacks are groovy and the savings are real.
We've reached the 5th, and that big 8-run first inning holding up for St. Albans as they lead 9-1. And good work so far by Gavin Comer, limiting the traffic. He gave up his run in the first. Leadoff hitter Bryson Casto got on and eventually would come around to score, but not much offensively for Ripley since then.
Yeah, 63 pitches, too, through 4 innings for Comer. So still got a while to go here. Comer keep filling up the strike zone. Even if he gives up a run or two here or there, nothing really hurt.
This Ripley team, state champs last year, defeated Winfield 10-0, beat Frankfort 5-0. Most of those players are back. Casto, Meadows, McVeigh, the Kellers, Doss, Cummings, Phelan all played on that team. Here is Cummings leading off the 5th inning, and the pitch is outside. St. Albans jumped him here in the first inning. Scored 8 runs. Ball 2 to Cummings. Ripley came into the tournament playing great baseball. This one nearly hit him as he skipped back out of the way of it. "12 straight wins for Ripley coming into this game. The last loss was to Cabell Midland back in early May. Ripley battled through some injuries, including one to Bryson Casto early in the season. In fact, this team started 6-6, got healthy, and played very, very well through the month of May and into June. There's a 4-pitch walk issued to Cummings and a leadoff base runner for Ripley here in the 5th. Phelan, the pitcher, comes to the plate. St. Albans has turned 1 double play in this contest so far. And here's a drive into center. Coming in on it, making the grab, that's Smith, 1 away. Phelan jumped on the first pitch. Throw back to the infield gets away, but the pitcher, Comer, backed it up. 1 on with 1 out. Casto with another at-bat.
Wind starting to pick up, blowing out to left center.
Casto with a hit tonight. It's been very productive as a state tournament player. Had 4 hits, a couple of RBI last year in the run to the championship. He drives this one. It's going to get down. There's a base hit for Casto into the left center field gap, and center fielder Smith overruns the ball. That will allow Cummings to score. Casto hits the bag at third. He's going to try to score. The relay is off the mark. The throw was there, but it was up the line, and Casto circles the bases. That could be a spark that gets Ripley going. A double. Cummings scores ahead of Casto, then an error as the center fielder Smith overran the ball. Casto came all the way around as he scores, and it's a 9-3 ball game. Throw came to Riggin. He lunged to try to make the tag, but he was too far up the line. So Casto scores his second run. He gets his second hit. And here's a drive off the bat of Peyton Keller deep into the left field corner. And it bounces off the base of the wall. Keller digging for second, and he slides with a double. Back-to-back doubles, Casto and Keller.
Back-to-back doubles. Keller almost didn't make it to second. His slide was about a foot short. He had to crawl into second, but his swing ended up about a foot short. Hit that probably about 329 down the left field line.
Kept the hands in there and drove it deep into the left field corner. Goes for extra bases. Eli Casto, a freshman, running down at second for Peyton Keller. Two have scored, and there's one out of the inning. Parker Keller will try and come through. He swings, hits it up the middle. There's a base hit. Casto held up briefly, and they're going to put the stop sign up at third base. Throw came all the way to the plate. 3 consecutive hits. Casto hesitated slightly to make sure that ball fell in.
Yep. Cannot get doubled up there to end an inning. In an inning that could end up being a big one. You got the top of your lineup up. You've got Comer struggling pitch count wise, starting to creep up now to 72. The last thing that you need is to get doubled off in that situation, trying to get too aggressive.
And we're going to go to the bullpen as the St. Albans starter, Gavin Comer, coming out of this game. And Ripley's come alive here in the 5th inning. 2 runs have scored, and there are 2 runners on base. It's a 9-3 ball game. And we'll meet the new pitcher when we return. 9-3 St. Albans.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, you know, at the Thrasher Group, we built a firm that reflects the character of the Appalachian region. Resilient and resourceful. We have a strong, adaptable team of professionals who understand what it takes to get things done here. It's not just about the technical work, but it's the relationships, the funding strategies, and the problem solving. We live here, we work here, and we care about seeing this region thrive. And that's what drives everything we do at the Thrasher Group.
Bryson Casto, sweet left-handed stroke there. And you can see he's thinking 3, and then when that outfielder overran the ball, slight hesitation there, but he came chugging around and scored on the double and the error. Bryson Casto with the speed, and we'll see if Ripley gets a spark. They've knocked the starter out of the game for St. Albans.
Brogan Sams, the new pitcher, the starting shortstop for St. Albans. And it looks like Comer's going to go out to shortstop, so it's going to be a straight switch here between the 2 of them. And Sams has played a great shortstop up to this point. Just last inning recorded two assists, one of those on that bouncer up the middle. So it looks like Campbell has moved to second. And then Burke has moved to short, and Comer is at third. So that's our switch. Those are our rotations. The infield completely rearranged.
9-3 ball game. Strike 1 to McVeigh. Ripley perking up here in the 5th. They've cut the deficit to 6. There's a curve that misses inside. Morgantown and George Washington coming up. Again, we've had state championships won today by Sherman in single A and Frankfort in double A. That one missed the outside edge. 1 out in the inning. Started with a leadoff walk. Then with 2 outs, 3 consecutive hits. And an error in there as well on St. Albans. And there's ball 3 low.
87 on the outer half there.
Second error by St. Albans in this inning. 3 balls and a strike to McVeigh. This pitch is hit on 1 hop to the shortstop. They get the out at second, throw to first, double play. Nicely done as Burke handles his first chance and turns it into a double play. So Ripley gets 2 runs. 2 runs on 3 base hits, 1 error, and 2 runners stranded. We're headed for the bottom of the 5th with St. Albans leading 9-3.
Every great season starts with one swing. But behind every great player is a foundation built long before game day. Teach them to save smart, win on and off the field. The CODA Youth Savings Account from WV Central helps kids start saving early, which is $5 to open a 5% API. West Virginia Central Federal Credit Union. Open a CODA Youth Savings Account today at WVCCU.org.
Bottom of the 5th coming up, St. Albans with now a 6-run lead. It's the heart of the order. Sams, who's moved from shortstop to pitcher. Campbell and Riggin all will come to the plate here in the 5th inning. 9-3. Ripley getting its first run since the 1st inning. And McVeigh back to work.
14 pitches so far for McVeigh. And 7 of those have been strikes. So
Ripley has gotten Bryson Casto warm. He was in the bullpen warming up. He's appeared in each of the first 2 games in this tournament for Ripley. 5 innings of work against Spring Valley through 54 pitches. 1 inning of work against Bridgeport through 12 pitches. And again, the game spread out. Ripley played its quarterfinal round game on Tuesday, the semifinals on Friday, and here we are Saturday evening in the state championship game. Sams leading off. He swings and drives one deep to left. Going back, Glendenon, he looks up. That ball is off the wall. It rattles around. Glendenon picks it up. Leadoff double off the bat of Brogan Sams, who's on base for the 4th time tonight.
And Glendenon was deep, too. We'd seen that the last time that Sams was at the plate. Glendenon was in the same spot. The ball still got over his head. That's how hard that was hit.
Campbell coming up. A lot of lineage with officials on this St. Albans team. Brogan Sams, the grandson of Kenny Sams, a longtime official, and we'll have Caden Riggin coming back up. There's officials in his family, including his father and his grandpa. Ball 1 to Campbell. Campbell with 2 at-bats in the first, 1 in the third, back up here in the 5th. St. Albans leading by 6. He checks his swing and takes a ball in. Left fielder out there, Clendenin, remains deep. Three, 4 hitters can both drive the ball for this St. Albans team. This one's fouled off at the plate, came up and clipped Campbell.
And not the pitch you want to go after. Ahead 2-0. And just a soft pitch away. The best that you can do with that is roll it over to the shortstop.
Slight breeze blowing out to center field here. It was a warm afternoon. It's turned into a very, very pleasant evening here on this Saturday night. There's a strike to the plate. St. Albans fans didn't like that call. Leadoff hitter at second. We are in the 5th. And it's 9-3 St. Albans. Campbell swings, hits it to third. High hop for Keller. He throws across, but not in time. Hesitated a little bit, and that cost him. First and second, nobody out. Wanted to make sure the runner at second was staying put. Base hit for Campbell, his second. First 2 have reached here. And here is Caden Riggin. 2 on, nobody out. He swings and hits it in the air. Right side, Doss is over. He'll give way to the center fielder. And Phelan makes the catch, tagging up and beating the throw to third was Sams. Very aggressive base running play there. We'll see if they challenge. They've challenged once. He's checking with the team photographer. They're going to challenge it. So the second review for Ripley. This play is
your last one, so.
Under review. That's correct. This review presented by BSN Sports, serving high schools throughout West Virginia. An aggressive base running maneuver by Brogan Sams trying to tag up and make it to third. And it looked like the throw beat him, but obviously you have to tag him. And did Sams evade that tag? That was the call on the field.
It was a great throw by Phelan.
Tremendous throw right. Ooh, did the right hand get in? The tag was on the backside or on the upper part of the leg. Can't see his glove on that particular. Well, you see it come up there.
I don't know how you can overturn that.
It's going to be a tough one. Again, the tag on the lower body. The left hand got in first.
And right here is going to be your play. Yeah, you can't overturn that. That's just way too close.
You see the fingertips on the left hand reach the bag. And then the tag on the upper part of the right leg. That's great work.
It is.
It is.
That's great camera work. And what's one of the things that they say is you're looking for that glove flex for the tag. So you're not to make sure that there is no room in between the glove and the body. You're looking for glove flex. So that glove flex didn't come until you saw the bag impact. So I just don't see how you can overturn this.
So Ripley's 0 for 1 so far with its challenges. And this is the last one either way, win or lose. They won't have a second challenge. St. Albans still has both of theirs. This has become a big deal. You've got You got a crowd of people over there waiting for the result.
That's that kid that's trying to sell the umpires a baseball back.
We'll get the official announcement here. Again, St. Albans with both of its challenges remaining. This will be the second and the last for Ripley.
At review, the call third base stands.
Call on the field stands. As we confirm, Ripley out of challenge. So Mitch Mayle makes the announcement. He also made the call, although it wasn't him that reviewed it.
Right.
First and third with one out in this fifth inning. What a tremendous throw there, though.
That was a great throw. Against your body, momentum coming into the first base dugout, you've got to make a throw into the third base dugout, I mean, the third base side.
Phelan, again, just putting it right there on the fly. St. Albans will try and build on the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. First and third with one out. Jonah Card at the plate. He swings and drives one into right field, playable for Doss. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner tagging, and he slides across the plate. Brogan Sams rounds the bases. A double, aggressive tag. He goes to third, slides in head first, and he dives across the plate with the 10th run of the game for St. Albans. Sac fly off the bat of Card, his second RBI of the game. Campbell remains at first. There's two outs in the inning now.
That's why it's important to get to third base with one or less outs.
Bledsoe at the plate. Strike right in there. Bledsoe has a hit in the tournament, got a base hit in that 1-0 win over John Marshall. Here's a foul ball, third base side. Ten runs on 7 base hits for St. Albans. Campbell at first, not going, and here's a line drive over the glove of Casto at short. It's a base hit into left. And around third comes Campbell, and he will score. Out at second is Bledsoe. St. Albans putting on a base running clinic here in the fifth inning. Great hustle, great anticipation. Campbell scoring all the way from first. Base hit for Bledsoe, his first in this game and his second in the tournament. St. Albans is going to have a runner. That'll be Braden Wentz, a freshman. That ball kicked by the left fielder, Clendenin. And that allowed the runner to score all the way from first base.
And Campbell was going to be held up at third as soon as that ball got kicked away. Came around the score.
So Wentz, the freshman, he will run for St. Albans. Another conference on the mound. 11-3, and we're in a situation again where we're kind of thinking about the run rule situation. And that runner's at home plate. McVeigh on the mound. And Grigsby will come to the plate. Runner at second. We are in the bottom of the fifth. St. Albans scored 8 in the first. That was after Ripley scored in the top of the first. Red Dragons added a run in the third. Ripley scored 2 in the top half of the fifth, and St. Albans is countered with 2 in the bottom of the fifth. There's strike one.
Okay, so that's going to be changed. The Bledsoe double with an RBI is now going to be a Bledsoe single with an extra base error, which that error allowed that run to score, so there's no RBI.
Grigsby lines to second base, and that'll end the inning. Well, each team scores 2 runs in the 5th. St. Albans 2 runs on 3 hits and an error and a runner left. They've stranded 9. To the 6th inning we go. It's an 11-3 St. Albans lead.
West Virginia's data center debate is moving fast. In this 3-part series, I look at the issue from 3 sides.
The end goal is to facilitate data center investment in West Virginia in strategic locations that make sense.
We really want to support local development that works for our county.
We go out into the community before we make the final decision.
State of Minds presents the pertinent perspectives. Watch and make up your own mind.
Ripley back up in the 6th inning. Meadows, Dawson, Clendenin, the scheduled hitters. Beautiful evening for baseball here. The temperature has dropped. Had a hot afternoon. Sun going down. And St. Albans back in the field. Brogan Sams, after hustling around the bases, he will pitch to this Ripley team in the 6th inning. Sams doubled, tagged up, aggressively went to third, tagged up, and scored on a sac fly to right. First pitch inside to Meadows.
Sam's back on. Came on in the 5th. And after 5 pitches, retired McVeigh on a 6 unassisted, 3 double play.
There's a swing and a foul.
And Comer was great through the first, what would that have been, 4 2/3 or 4 1/3.
Next pitch, hit in the air, into center. Smith has a beat on it, and he makes the catch.
There's Comer in 4 1/3, 7 hits, only 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts.
Sams has retired both hitters he's faced. Got a double play ball to get out of the 5th. Fly ball here in the 6th. He deals with Kyler Doss, who's grounded out twice. And there's a base hit to right past the second baseman. Cut off by Smith. Doss gives it a look, retreats to first. 1 out single off the bat of Doss. That's his 3rd hit of the tournament. One on, 1 out. Light breeze blowing out to center at the ballpark tonight. Ball 1 down low. Coming up, the final event of the academic year for 25-26 in West Virginia high school sports. That'll be the Quad A state championship game. There's a strike to the plate. This tournament pushed back a week because the expansion of the softball tournament that was played over the course of 2 weeks. Swing and a miss. Seven days of competition for the expanded baseball tournament spread out over 8 calendar days. 1-2 the count with 1 out, runner on at first. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 2 here in the 6th. Sams has been very good.
Very good.
He'll try and complete the task in the 6th. And we'll see if he has to pitch the 7th. The St. Albans comes up with a couple in the bottom of the frame as this one's outside. Sams has to close the door here. Cummings has been on base twice, a base hit and a walk. He scored a run. Throw chasing Doss back. Right now it's tough for the first baseman, trying to hold that runner on. He's got the sun in his eyes. You see Cochran with the shades. They've had to use their glove at times over there at first base as well to shade from the sun. Kind of see the vantage point they're looking at. This pitch is a belt-high strike. Pitch outside. Sherman won today 4-1 over Gilmer County. Their winning pitcher, Brady Perdue. He told his coach, texted his coach, hey, I want the ball. I want to go win this game. And he went out and did it. Yep. Sherman with the 4 runs today on just 2 hits. They finished 27-9, winning the Single-A state championship. There's ball 4 to Cummings. And the inning continues to the number 9 hitter, Phelan. And then Frankfurt over Logan today. Lanson Orndorff, his second complete game victory of this tournament. The Single-A quarterfinal round games were played last Saturday. So Orndorff came back and pitched again today in the state championship game.
It looked like Logan was going to chase him out early. Logan got a few runs on the board. Then Orndorff settled in, and Frankfurt got some runs.
Swing and a high pop-up. This will stay on the infield, and it's handled by Comer over at third, and Ripley is retired in the 6th. Base hit and a walk, no runs. 1 hit, 2 stranded. The Vikings have left 7. We head for the bottom of the 6th. It is an 8-run St. Albans lead.
Welcome to Glenville State University, a campus with innovative programs and state-of-the-art facilities where you'll discover what you're capable of. Where professors don't just teach, they mentor. Where supportive staff knows your name, your goals, and how to help you get there. With over 30 student organizations, there's a place for everyone where you'll find your people while discovering your purpose. GSU also offers online undergraduate and graduate programs so you can learn wherever life takes you from professors who want to see you succeed. Glenville State University. Pioneer your future.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the West Virginia SSAC.
Bottom of the 6th with St. Albans in control. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 due for the Red Dragons. You see the 8-run lead on the scoreboard, so if St. Albans scores 2 here, it's over. If not, Ripley gets an opportunity to hit in the 7th, and it'll be the top of the order for the Vikings. Casto, Peyton Keller, then Parker Keller.
8-9-1 for St. Albans here.
Against McVeigh. Yeah, 9-1 and 2.
Oh,
Braden
9-1-2.
Smith.
I didn't get that last out.
Braxton Burke and Gavin Comer. So the Vikings warmed up and ready to go. They've used 5 pitchers tonight and getting a disastrous first inning. Tyler, a couple errors. Got to catch the ball, can't throw it around. They've given up 8 unearned runs in this game.
It's been the same way for all 3 games that we've seen.
Ooh. First pitch right between the numbers to Braden Smith.
The first 2 games at least, the winning team is the one that made the least amount of mistakes in the field. If you can throw the ball over the plate and not make errors in the field, you're typically going to win a baseball game.
Well, there's a start for St. Albans. And turn the order over, I should say, to Braxton Burke. He's got a base hit, a walk, 2 runs scored. 11-3 St. Albans. And there's strike 1. Burke had 2 at-bats in the first. Base hit, a run scored, drove in a run with a ground ball. Fielder's choice, scored a run, flew out to right. That was in the second, walked in the fourth.
So he's had 4 plate appearances. So this will
be the 5th in 6 innings. Thanks to that 8-run first inning. Short lead by Smith at first, and the pitch comes in. It's down low. There's a pretty good chance Brogan Sams will get another plate appearance here. This pitch is outside. If he does come up, obviously there'll be at least 1 runner on base. McVeigh holds his hands away from his body. He delivers and catches the outside corner with a strike. Got a full count pitch coming up. The payoff with the runner going. Line shot. It's trapped, though, by the shortstop. Casto throws from his knees, and he gets the runner at first base. Line shot. Casto smothered it. And the runner was breaking from first base. Now the umpires are going to get together to talk about something. I think that was pretty clearly trapped. Yeah. It was trapped by the shortstop, Casto. He knew it. His only play was at first base.
He could have had a double play had Smith not taken off on the pitch. Smith was moving, and Casto could probably have flipped that up to a second baseman, but Smith was already chopping his steps to get into second.
Here comes Shane Casto out to speak with the second base umpire, and that's Richard Alderman. Well, Ripley's out of challenges.
Yeah, and that's not a challengeable play anyways, is it? Is that something that you could challenge? Because it would be an out. Okay.
He's arguing that he did catch it, I think, but I thought from our vantage point up here, you could see the ball bounce.
I thought so too.
But no way to challenge it, and it's a frustrated manager tonight, a frustrated Ripley team.
Well, it's frustration when you lost both of your challenges. Whenever you challenge a play, you feel confident that you're going to get it overturned, and you lost both of them, and now you don't have one, and you have a play like that you wish that you had one left. So I can see where the frustration comes in, and not to mention that 8-run first inning.
Here's Comer. Well, yeah, that put him in a bad mood. Pitch way outside. Brogan Sams on deck. Comer with 2 hits, both in the first inning. And he takes this one outside. George Washington players, they're out beyond the left field fence, underneath the scoreboard, watching the end of this one. Getting set to play Morgantown High. This pitch swung on, popped up on the infield, playable for Casto. He calls for it, makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Brogan Sams will come to the plate. Looks like the entire Morgantown team over there on the right field fence, watching the end of this game. Morgantown and GW will square off about 45 or 50 minutes after the end of this one. There are the Mohegans out there. Sam's at the plate. Ball one outside. First base is open. George Washington players, they were warming up in the baseball clubhouse. They've got their swings in. This pitch twisted him back out of the way. Players and the coaches, I think they would give a thumbs up grade to the moving of this tournament here to Jack Cook Field because of those extra amenities. There's a pitch down low. Places to warm up and throw and hit. Three and 0, and swinging is Sam's, and he pops it up into the crowd.
Having places to throw and warm up and hit and all of that at the facility where you're playing is massive. It's you can get to the ballpark and flip your switch once you roll in. You don't have to go somewhere, get your swings, then travel across town or do this or do that. Everything is right here. It just makes it so much easier.
Ball 4 to Sam's, 2 on with 2 out. And again, the winning runs are on base. So if Smith and Sam's cross the plate, the game could end here in the 6th inning. Sam's is returning to the dugout before the runner comes out. There we go. We got a runner. That's Devin Hatfield, the senior again. Straps on the oven mitt, and he's ready to run the bases. First and second with 2 outs. An 8-run lead for St. Albans. Campbell at the plate. Campbell swings and hits it in the air. That'll hang up there. Phelan moving over, makes the catch. Will play the 7th inning as St. Albans is retired. No runs, no hits. Hit, batter, and a walk. 2 stranded. St. Albans has left 10. Last chance for Ripley. We head to the 7th with St. Albans in control.
When it comes to finding your next vehicle,
It's officially go time at Thornhill Auto Group.
10 trusted brands.
Plus a huge lineup of pre-owned.
Brought to you by the folks who've served this region for years.
We go big for our home team.
And don't forget Thornhill's Value Plus warranty. Real coverage that keeps you going.
So if you're ready to go, it's go time at Thornhill Auto Group.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs to the winding streams working their way through the hills and into our rivers. Just like water, progress starts small with a vision, a plan, and an impactful project. Because when we invest in the foundation, we build stronger communities. The Thrasher Group. Building stronger communities together with you.
7th inning for Ripley. Bryson Casto, Peyton Keller, Parker Keller. And Brogan Sams will try and get the final 3 outs. He's been great at relief. Did walk a guy in the 6th, but has gotten the last 4 outs. And 3 more will make St. Albans Class AAA state baseball champions. And Sams is ready. This Ripley team, nucleus of players, been together, done great things. Casto just a junior, part of a state championship team as a sophomore last year. He leads off and takes a pitch way outside. Got a matchup of 2 premier athletes in this state. Casto, a Division I baseball recruit to West Virginia. Brogan Sams, a top basketball player. Tremendous baseball player in his own right. Next pitch is a ball. Both of these youngsters are juniors. Both have another year to make their mark in West Virginia high school athletics. Casto leading off. And there's a strike to the plate. This one, a shot on one hop to second base. Campbell throws him out, 1 out in the Ripley 7th inning. Peyton Keller and Parker Keller, just juniors as well. The seniors on this Ripley team, Kyler Doss, Landon Meadows, Brady McVeigh, Eli Phelan. So a good group of veteran players there, but a very strong junior nucleus who will be back to take a run at this again. Check swing and a strike. I think, nope, they say no swing. Peyton Keller at the plate. The 1-0 swung on, hit into right center field. Smith on the run, going back, reaches up, makes the catch.
Smith has handled this outfield really well. It seems like he's always in position. Outside of the one play that he overran the double from Casto, he's been in front of everything, tracked everything down, been in the right position just about every single time.
And the shades have been necessary, having to deal with that setting sun. And he's done it very, very well. Parker Kelly, bases empty, 2 outs, St. Albans, and their fans can feel it here. This pitch hit foul, third base side. Strike 1 to Keller. Sam's ready with the next. And there for strike 2. St. Albans 1 out away as the fans come to their feet. Sams will try and close it out right here.
Fastball.
A little bit high. See if he can crank another one up. He's got the ball. He's ready to go. Brogan Sams gets the swing and a miss. St. Albans gets the state baseball championship. A dominant performance by the Red Dragons. No doubt about this one. 8 runs in the first, and they win their 3rd state championship overall, the first since 2019. Congratulations to St. Albans and the fans of the Red Dragons as they are AAA state baseball champs for 2026. Players celebrating. Now the coaches will join in there as well. 8-run first inning with the big bats, and the pitching of Gavin Comer and Brogan Sams delivers that title. Ripley won it all last year. Again, they'll miss some seniors from that roster, but they'll be back next year with a very, very strong core of junior players.
Yeah, just clean baseball all around for St. Albans. Only 2 errors. Great pitching from Comer and Sams, and did it all with singles in the first inning. Singles, a couple of errors here and there, a walk, and that's how you get it done. Just piling it all on top. Comer was 5-1 coming into today, so picks up the win here, 6-1 to end his season.
And Brogan Sams with, I guess, statistically not a save, but he did a fine job. Came in in the 5th with runners on, got a double play ball. If he pitches the full 3 innings, you get the save. But again, he gets the double play ball to wrap up the 5th with runners on base, a scoreless 6th, a scoreless 7th. Brogan Sams very solid on the mound, and again, a good day at the plate, all over the bases, like several of these St. Albans hitters were. 11 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. Ripley 3 runs, 8 runs, 4 errors, and that's a big story as well. St. Albans, the AAA state champs, as they knock off and dethrone the Ripley Vikings.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Go-Mart's Snackadelic Summer is here, and it's groovy, baby. Head to Go-Mart and grab one of 7 specially marked items to score bonus reward points and 30 cents off every gallon of gas. Plus, Go-Mart and Monster Energy are giving away a $1,000 gift card every single week in June and July. Enter on the Go-Mart app for your chance to win free gas all summer long. New to Go-Mart Rewards? Register by July 31st to get a bonus entry. Learn more at GoMart.com, because this summer, the snacks are groovy and the savings are real.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
St. Albans in command most of the way, if not all the way. An 8-run first inning. That was highlighted in the first. RBI hits by Campbell, by Jonah Cart, also by Gavin Comer. And Campbell got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded for his second RBI of the inning. And again, the pitching was great. Gavin Comer, 4 1/3. 2 earned runs allowed, and Brogan Sams 2 2/3 scoreless. St. Albans finishes at 32-5. They win the AAA state championship. So St. Albans, Sherman, and Frankfort have won state titles today. We've got George Washington and Morgantown coming up in the Quad A state championship on MetroNews Television. We invite you to stay tuned for the awards ceremony as we'll head to the field. For Tyler Barnett, I'm Kyle Wiggs. Again, the final score, St. Albans 11, Ripley 3. Enjoy the post-game ceremonies.
Morgan Sams from St. Albans High School. Gavin Comer from St. Albans High School. And 2026 Class AAA State Baseball Tournament MVP is Gavin Comer from St. Albans High School, sponsored by WVSSAC Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this ultimate team a round of applause. We will now present the Class AAA individual Battle of the Boys to Ripley High School. The team members and coaches are asked to come forward to receive their award as their name is announced. Number 13, Bryson Pasco. Number 1, Richard Keller. Number 4, Parker Keller. Number 7, Brandon Kelly. Number 5, Landon Meadows. Number 3, Tyler Goss. Number 6, Ashton Denham. Number 2, John Cummings. Number 10, Eli Bailey. Number 9, Wyatt Chrysler. Number 15, Jace Good. Number 8, Eli Castro. Number 14, Nevin Kell. Number 11, Jake Sperling. Number 19, Hayden Eber. Number 12, Brandon Scholl. Number 17, Chris Patterson. Number 16, Braxton Bradley. Number 18, Cooper Ripley. And number 24, Grayson Walmart Donahue. Head coach, Shannon Castro. Assistant coaches, Frankie Cummings, Mike Lawrence, Randy Wilkinson, and support staff Caleb Cody. And now we would like to present the 2026 Class AAA runner-up trophy to Ripley High School. We now present the Class AAA Individual State Championships to St. Albans High School. The team members and coaches are asked to fulfill the Tennessee Award as the name is announced. Number 1, Braxton Burke. Number 4, Gavin Comer. Number 11, Morgan Sanders. Number 3, Chance Campbell. Number 5, David Wiggin. Number 15, Jonah Parks. Number 26, Mason Wetzel. Number 7, Josiah Humphrey. Number 9, Gavin Grigsby. Number 17, Brady Smith. Number 2, David Hatfield. Number 8, Mason Garland. Number 10, Brady Wentz. Number 14, Grayson Cobb. Number 18, Gavin Mines. Number 19, Green Kirby. Number 20, Tristan Parr. Number 25, Trevor Stroud. And number 29, Taylor Jones. Head coach, Rick Whitman. Assistant coaches, Jack Hudson, Ryan Baldwin, Noah Cummings, Josh Cummings, and support staff Christian Watts. And now, with much pride and pleasure, we would like to present the 2026 Class AAA State Championship Trophy to the Red Dragons of St. Albans High School. Your 2026 Class AAA State Champions, the St. Albans Red Dragons. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 champions have been crowned. 1 more is left. Our Class 4A State Championship game is coming up as Morgantown High School takes on George Washington High School in approximately 50 minutes.